what's happening, gamers? Welcome back to Uncharted 4, Thief's End, with Nathan Drake.
Gotta get to that creepy mountain.
He was kind of exhausted from, just surviving, what was that, like a hurricane or a tropical storm?
Right.
Stay put, Santa. I'm coming to you.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Yeah, the storm, too. I kind of thought that was going to be the Thief's End right there in that one episode.
Oh, yeah. Elena with a gun, scary stuff. Here we go! Banzai!
Yeah, there was a storm, though, and he looks like he's in pretty bad shape right now.
A storm is coming. It's my wife.
This is pretty.
Yeah, just remember they're crazed maniacs trying to kill us, so let's not admire the scenery too much.
Oh, right, I kind of forgot, yeah.
Also, Nathan's stamina is kind of low because of, look at how he's running. You know? Now, if only his shirt could dry as fast as some other stuff. Why is it in Twilight Princess when, Link would get all wet, he would dry in the sun, but when Nathan gets wet, he looks like he's all sweaty for, days?
Yeah, I know. The water would evaporate immediately, especially if it was in a hot climate.
Do you want to know where that sweat joke came from, though?
What?
In the very first Nathan Drake and the second one, when he gets all sweaty and stuff like that, he would have stains on his shirt from the sweat as he's going through, the Amazon jungle and things!
No!
Whoops.
Ow, that looked painful.
Yeah, he's fine. Walk it off.
So he really did have sweat stains all over him.
Oh yeah, you'll see as we start covering the very first Uncharted, because as you guys and gals know, we will be doing the Uncharted Nathan Drake collection after we finish this.
Ooh.
And then we have some other games.
Oh.
Jeez, that's just not cool. Nathan's becoming kind of a daredevil in his old age.
I just don't know if I can watch this
Stunt
again.
double! I'm gonna get this!
Oh.
There we go. See, third time is always the charm. That's why they say third time's the charm.
That's why you always make sure you have 3 stunt doubles.
That's right.
Oh my gosh, I would hate to do that for a job. It'd be the worst.
It would be pretty bad, actually, yeah. But no, I'm totally gonna make fun of that a lot, because I always thought that was, really disgusting, because you'd be wearing the same shirt the entire game. It's because, they wouldn't really change the costume.
Yeah, he never changes his shirt. That's amazing that you were able to hang on there.
I know, things were getting kind of close there.
I'm sorry, but I just would not... Those rocks look so smooth. I just don't see how he could even hang on to that.
He's got calluses of iron.
Yeah, I think he has to be Spider-Man with little, things coming out of his hand, little claws.
That always freaked me out in the Sam Raimi films when you saw, his tiny little hair claws.
Oh!
When they did that zooming in moment, it was
gosh, I did not want to see that.
And I'm just going to be one of those people, but when they were doing the wrist thing, and he was shooting the webs out, I thought that would actually hurt. Because he didn't have... Sam Raimi's Spidey didn't have a web shooter.
Right, and it looked painful because it would, run out, so it was just, he had to press it down really hard, and I felt my wrist started hurting.
My wrist would always hurt when I would look at it, be like, oh! Just like my hands. The first time I saw Wolverine, in Bryan Singer's X-Men, my hands, I always worried, when they were gonna itch, claws would come out.
Let's hope.
Yeah. Let's hope it holds.
I'm actually gonna take you to go see that X-Men movie. So.
Oh, cool.
Comes out sometime in May. Forget when. End of May.
Yeah. I would love to visit, a waterfall like this. It would be awesome.
Where to now?
Well, I have a horrible sense of direction. I seem to borrow that from the lead heroine from Bravely Default, who was terrible with directions. But no, I'm just bad with directions in general, so...
I can attest to that, no.
Thanks for the support. Appreciate
it. You're really great with directions, honey.
No, I'm not. I'm not bothered by it, it's fine. Okay, so... Well, I'm trying to see where we're supposed to go.
That's so weird. I cannot believe other people felt like that too. I always, every time he shot the webs, I would feel pain in my wrist right here.
Do you want to know something? I feel spoiled after playing Marvel Ultimate Alliance with you, because when I'm tapping down on the joystick here, I want that little arrow to pop up to show me where I'm supposed to go. And it's not coming up. I mean, if you toil around in misery for a while, I mean, it does give you a hint where you're supposed to go, but it just feels like the game is making fun of you. It's like, oh, poor baby, you don't know where to go? Well, I'll give you a hint. This is why I don't like doing stuff blind. I never did the Arkham games blind because I would always get lost.
But it's more fun, K-Wing. We get to see your first reaction.
I know, but then when I do my walkthroughs and guides, I like everything to be chapter-based, whether it's 40 minutes or 50 minutes or whatever, like so the people get the narrative. I hate dropping episodes, like, in the middle of a quest. Like, it feels jarring.
Yes. But we wouldn't be able to see Nate fall repeatedly to his doom.
Thanks for that. Appreciate that.
You're welcome. You need one of those, like, little mini sundials, or like one of those things that shows the position of the moon and stars they used on ancient navigating ships. I don't really know all their names.
Compasses?
Well, no, they also had other things where there would be like it was kind of like a protractor. You'd like be able to see what angle the moon was in the sky or the sun. You could like tell where you were and stuff like that.
But it wouldn't kill for a GPS right about now.
Yeah, I guess some people had compasses, but even before compasses, they had ways to navigate.
Here's the thing I don't understand. I can understand like if there is a pirate colony here, or you know, that supposed hidden whatever. Wouldn't you be able to see it from like space and satellites? If there's like a hidden civilization that has like rocks or metal, wouldn't that be picked up by like a satellite? Or is it because it's so deep in a jungle that would make it hard?
Gold?
Yeah, that stuff, exactly.
You mean you would fly over with a giant metal detector trying to test for gold?
No, I'm saying wouldn't you just be able to see it from like a higher vantage point?
You can't see anything in the jungle. There are whole cities buried in the jungle, like Jesus. Aztec and Inca cities that are like they're still discovering them. The jungle's like so dense.
What's the point of modern technology?
Refreshing.
What do you mean?
Well, I mean, you know, if you can't find stuff from the past.
Well, it's better that way.
It saves on people's lives in an expedition and things like that.
It's more exciting.
It's more exciting for people to die?
No, I'm just saying I don't like everything to be discovered yet.
Hello.
Oh, we discovered that guy.
Just like, I remember feeling bad for the pirate guy in the Pirates of the Caribbean. What's the guy's name? Johnny Depp's pirate. I forgot what his name is. Oh
Captain Jack Sparrow.
Yeah, at the end of one of the movies, he's like, the world is smaller now because there's less to be discovered. And I feel the same way. I feel sad. I wish there was like a whole continent to discover. Actually, there are whole places.
Aren't we getting a new Pirates of the Caribbean movie soon?
The Congo and there are places in Africa and like South America that you can't even hardly get into at all. There's so much dense stuff. What?
I thought we're getting a new Pirates of the Caribbean movie.
I like there to be more mystery to the world. It's more exciting to me. You want this whole place to be... Oh, never mind.
Seen anyone come by here? Tall, lanky, filled with big, stupid ideas about pirate treasure.
You know, Nathan starts to go crazy when he talks to dead people.
Yeah. I don't know if there's a new Pirates of the Caribbean or not.
Bad luck, huh?
Nathan, they can't talk back to you. All right. Here we got another of Burns' crew.
Oh, no.
Again, you guys can rewind this and read the story, but the gist of it sounds like Burns is killing a lot of his crew, searching for something called Libertalia, which Nathan and Sam believe to be a pirate colony. And there might be some truth to that, although, I don't know. I mean, I still think you would be able to see,
poor bastards,
you know, a civilization from really high up in a plane or maybe space or through satellite imagery or something like that. So
yeah,
that always kind of ruins the mystery for me, like in these exploration, like Tomb Raider type games. Because Indiana Jones, you could totally pull it off because they really didn't have like that type of technology.
Yeah. But think about this, like what you were saying with discovering gold and stuff. Once they discovered the gold in this place, there'd be nothing left to, you know, they just like basically probably, you know, just roll over the entire...
climb up there.
Never mind.
In those boots?
Don't climb up there in pirate boots, pal.
In those boots.
Well, I mean, that's
Well,
a
they
death
would just
sentence.
like pave the whole thing over, and then it would be the.
How are they going to pave that over back in the 18 or 1700s?
No, I'm saying right now, if you found it,
Oh, yeah.
it would be. Yeah.
That guy's hanging out.
I like it to be. I wanted the forest area to be like sacred and pretty.
Pretty sure you don't need this.
Well, you didn't ask him very politely. All right, so they want us to... Oops!
Ah!
All right, let's try this again.
Okay, this is gonna be bad. I'm never trying this at home.
Pretty sure you don't need this.
All right. Alley-oop. There we go. We got this.
Yeah. He reminds me of Ducky on
It's
NCIS.
working.
He's talking to dead people. It's freaky. Someone insane. Nathan! Ooh.
All right, let's try that again. Bye-bye.
Pretty sure you don't need this.
Well, hopefully you can use it, Nathan. All right, so we stick that there, use square, and just climb up.
Yeah, it's working.
Yes! Yes, it is working. Sort of.
Gonna make it.
Working
Gonna
on it.
make it.
Working on it. Oh, no! No, let's not. Let's...
Almost there.
Okay. Oh, come on. I'm gonna have to jump. Oh, no, I would not like climbing like that. No, thank you.
Okay.
That's why I like the gauntlets in Batman's glove, because they're like metal, so if he needs
Yeah.
to dig into a wall or a cliff or something like that, there you go.
But Luke, what you were saying about the gold too, I was just thinking, if a big corporation found the gold.
Go!
Never mind.
Okay, you were saying?
So saying, if you took a big company and a big corporation found the gold, then who does the gold go to?
The big company.
So who can the gold go to if it's out in the middle of the jungle and anyone can find it?
Nathan.
It can go to anybody. So it's, and who knows? It could be there, you know, for the future. You still know that there's a possibility someone could, you know, get it and use it for a good cause or something.
Shit.
Oh, man.
Maybe.
Wait. Target? Saw something, maybe. Movement along the tree line. This jungle over there, eh? It's all moving. I don't see anything. Damn it.
They don't see me moving like this.
False alarm, but keep an eye
I
out.
don't see anything moving. Thank you, tall grass. Looks like we're gonna have to fight a little bit.
Yeah.
Probably.
I think so.
Well, lucky for them, there's only a couple of them and only one of me. Wait, no, that
I think
didn't.
that's what I like about the game, though. It's like Nathan had a really rough childhood, so I mean, you know, it would be nice if the gold could go to somebody like that. You know?
Totally. Okay, so let's try to do some stealth takedowns. Okay, yeah, like they wouldn't hear that.
Except for he's never really gotten any gold, I've heard before, really.
No, yeah. Oh no,
Wait.
no,
Movement over there.
no.
What? What was it?
There was no movement. Your eyes are playing tricks on you.
Interesting.
Nothing. We're okay.
Well. No. Come on over. Bye-bye. Oh no.
He's got your leg!
Not anymore.
Oh, he might be okay.
No. But I'm gonna be. Oh, come on. That's it. Coming to the edge of the cliff. You jerk. So a lot of people have been complaining that we're not using a lot of stealth. It's like, well, it's Nathan Drake. Nathan Drake is not stealth man. I mean,
not.
he can be,
He's not Batman.
but you have to remember, if I play stealthy, then these episodes
They'll
probably
take
take
forever.
a really long time.
Yeah, you're just being zany and having fun.
Exactly, yeah, this isn't. I'm not
Oh my
trying to take
gosh.
my time like Batman games.
I thought that was Sam.
No way I imagined that.
Not anymore. Oh, I'll take that. Thank you. It's a souvenir. Alright, we're gonna sneak up on this guy. Take a break, pal.
If you think about it, that's probably why the pirates hid it, though. The
Like
gold.
what?
They probably didn't want it to go to high society people. They wanted it to go to some adventurer type person.
They wanted it to go to somebody worthy of finding it
Yep, exactly.
because they were pretty clever in hiding it. That makes sense, right? Mm-hmm. Oh no, I'm out in the open.
Hundreds of millions in treasures, the point.
But I wouldn't love for a double knockdown move like in the Arkham games right now. But I think he only kills people one at a time.
Yeah.
I'm out in the open. I'm out in the open. Crud. Crud. Bye-bye. Now that's something Batman wouldn't do.
He just kicked him in the back.
Well, actually, I don't know if, I mean, I've never really talked about how I feel about Batman killing in, the Batman Superman films yet, because it's just, I might still be in shock, you know, because,
You're a Keaton fan, though.
but Keaton, like, had some type of, he didn't go around killing everybody, you know?
Didn't he?
No!
Oh, okay.
No, you can actually count on your hand how many people he killed, and, you know.
Oh, yeah, you can't really do that with Batflick.
No.
Well, if his car killed people, does it really count as him doing it?
Well, I mean, originally, the reason why I was kind of like, you know, Batman, he's just killing, his plane is killing because the plane's on autopilot.
Oh,
And,
right.
you know, but then you actually watch the movie and he's still in the cockpit shooting people and he's like,
Yeah.
he did the same thing that Keaton did. I mean, if he would have smiled, people would be like, oh, that's disturbing. It's like, well, Keaton did smile when he killed people. But he didn't go around killing every single person.
I know, Keaton was... Wow, there is nothing quite like him. I don't understand why...
It was still a total life changer for me. Like, I was like, whoa.
I don't know what he was thinking, like, when he filmed that, and then they're like, okay, you're gonna kill this guy, and he's sitting there, like, smiling, like...
Oh, because they were using Bob Kane's material. Like, so, I mean, and just be glad that, you know, Keaton was like, I feel like the character shouldn't talk a lot because he's this dark, you know, troubled soul. In the original Bob Kane books that Bill Finger wrote, when Batman would kill people, he would say something like very witty and like dark. I'm serious.
One-liners?
Yeah,
While he's
dark
slaughtering
one.
people?
Well, because Bill Finger like ripped stuff from the Shadow.
Oh my
So the
gosh.
Shadow would use like all these, you know, one-liners that sounded dark and twisted. Because that was
Wow.
what the Shadow did. So,
Yeah.
which people seem to forget that he lifted like so many stories from the Shadow. And plagiarism didn't really exist back then, but today, you know, how they make people like be very careful what you use
Oh,
from source
right.
materials.
Yeah.
Literally there were at least 6 different novelizations of the Shadow and some of his movie serials that were used for, quote, inspiration. And when I mean inspiration, I mean
Like,
lifted word for word.
Yeah.
Even how Batman got out of some of the villains' death traps were the same as the Shadow. It was like, whoa. So, I mean, they were in a
even-
big rush to make this new superhero.
I didn't even know who the Shadow is.
The Shadow is this guy that has a red scarf that he puts over his mouth, and he wears like a black trench coat. So think of like a Dick Tracy character that has a wispy voice.
A wispy voice.
The Shadow kind of sounds like this. So think like Clint Eastwood, but, you
Oh, wow.
40 sounding.
So kind of Keaton.
Yeah, pretty much. So, I mean, just be glad that when Tim Burton and these people were doing it, they didn't add the one-liners after Keaton blew somebody up.
Oh my god.
Like, the scene with the bomb in Batman Returns could have been so much more worse. Like, yeah, imagine, like, Keaton would have said something like, you know,
bombs
have
away.
a light, or, yeah, bombs away,
Yeah.
or, you know...
So basically the
he
Shadow,
just smiles.
he was sadistic.
Yes.
He
Yeah.
enjoyed killing people.
Yeah.
Wow. So he was a serial killer that was a hero.
The reason why I was so upset with the whole Batman v Superman, Batman killing people, is because all that source material that Warner Brothers rushed to get us several months before the movie came out is almost like non-canon because it contradicts the movie. It talked about a non-lethal Batman. It talked about, like, you know, all his different gadgets and, you know, all this kind of stuff, and Batman's vow not to do this stuff, but it's in complete contradiction to the movie because the movie Batman we get, he's branding people that go around, like, you know, essentially giving somebody a death sentence in prison because that mark means you're a Batman informant. Doesn't mean, like, I'm going to torture you. It means, you know, I've run into this guy, and this guy's going to do whatever he can to save his skin. That's what the mark meant.
I think you really want to play Arkham again.
I will, because Return to Arkham is happening in July.
Yeah.
But we're going to be playing Nathan Drake for a while.
Nathan is like... I feel
come on,
bad.
I'm the Batman channel. I've been typecast for 6 years. I mean, Batman stuff is just going to pop into my head. It's programmed that way now. And when I see all this, like, murder and stuff like that, I can't help but think about Batman v Superman. It's kind of,
yeah.
You know. But I'm just saying, like, that, and I'm working on a video about it because Warner Brothers gave us, like, all these books early, and they were completely different things than, you know, what we saw in the movie, which makes me upset because that's the stuff I reported in my History of Batman video, you know? Mm-hmm. But whatevs. Hopefully the major cut coming out, the R-rated, whatever, Ultimate Edition will shed some light on maybe more of the storytelling to kind of explain why Batman's gone crazy, killing people. Because I'm sure he didn't start out that way. I'm just saying. Fine, we'll talk about Nathan. Look at me, I'm jumping on rocks! Rock jumping!
Thank you.
You're welcome. Parkour! Also, when I talk a lot, it disguises the fact that I get lost. Trade secret. I have no idea where I'm going.
You just let it out.
Well, I'm sure
No,
people...
I mean, I want, but I'm sick of talking about, like, everyone's been talking about the movie so much that I can't, you know.
You can't handle it.
I don't want to give my opinion because then people will just get mad at me, so there's no point. I don't like, yeah.
That's right. If you have a varying opinion than the collective, then you're wrong. That's how it works.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I don't know. I guess Nathan would be a fan of Batman.
I've actually never heard Nathan talk about superheroes. He likes the more adventurer types.
Yeah.
But
he
again,
likes pirates and stuff.
Yeah, kind of does. I've never heard him talk about Zorro or any of those masked adventurers. And, you know, probably because of copyright, they can't say Indiana Jones or anything like that. But he was definitely inspired by
Where to?
some type of stuff.
Yeah. He's like a timeless character because it's like anyone can get inspired by pirates and adventurers, no matter what age that you're at, no matter what, like, decade you're in.
I would actually like to see a Nathan Drake film. I think that would be really cool. I know Sony's been toying around with the idea of making a Nathan Drake movie, but I think, like, now is the time. Like, there's been such a saturation of superhero films. It would be nice to get back to that kind of, like, 80s adventure feel. Like, where you, even in the late 90s, you had a little bit of, like, the Mummy stuff and things like that. So.
Yeah. What's
this?
It's another note.
Whoever finds this note, know that Jonathan Burns, erstwhile leader and financer of our something, has murdered me and others for want of Avery's treasure.
That makes sense.
So he knew someone was going to murder him.
So basically, Captain Barnes or whatever that guy is. Remember the dude who tied that person to the stake and he did all that other stuff? Like, they're saying that he basically has gone crazy and he's killed his crew. He killed the navigator, who was the guy we saw hanging by the ledge.
That is pretty dark.
And it sounds like he shot this guy.
Burns' crew had about as much luck as me with this treasure.
He shot that guy, and then he basically...
And who is this Burns that killed his own crew?
Yeah.
Wow, that's pretty crazy.
Holy shit.
I didn't know a captain was supposed to turn on its own crew. That's kind of messed up.
Actually, it is.
I nearly
nearly shot your head off.
Sam, you're okay.
Yeah, nothing I can't walk away from. It's good to see you're alive, little brother. Come on.
Man, they're
Yeah,
hardened
treasure to
criminals, basically.
Hold up, man. I mean, what are we doing?
What do you mean?
I mean, our supplies are at the bottom of the Indian Ocean.
Okay, so we go steal some from Nadine's army.
Yeah, and there's that. We're going up against an army
We've been holding our own so far.
while being marooned in the middle of nowhere.
We were trying to get here,
When
remember?
we had an escape plan. Just hear me out. Crazy suggestion. Let's go down there and at least secure one of Rafe's boats.
The boats can wait. You want to know what we're doing here? We are buying my life back. Okay, and we're gonna do that by stepping into that jungle and finding Libertalia.
Have you even seen any signs of a massive pirate colony? Because I sure the hell haven't.
It's a little late to start developing doubts, don't you think?
Look, can we at least acknowledge the chance that maybe Avery's idea for a secret pirate utopia didn't pan out? And maybe we're just swept up in this fantasy, when instead we should be looking for a real way to save you.
I'm gonna scour this island inch by inch if I have to until I find that treasure. Now, if you're confused about what you're doing here, then you can go home, Nathan.
Wow.
Wait. I can go home? Are you kidding me? Do you have any idea what I put on the line to get you here?
About what I put on the line, okay? The last 15 years of my life.
This has nothing to do with that.
It has everything to do with that. What?
Nathan sees something, apparently.
Yeah, but even if they find Libertalia, how are they going to get home? That's the point that Nathan is talking about.
Mm-hmm.
Holy crap.
You still want to go home?
Avery's sigil.
Let's just see what else we can find.
Maybe you should cover that back up so nobody else sees that.
Whoops! Sorry.
Oops.
I thought people were sleeping after that cutscene.
I'm awake. What did I miss?
Avery's sigil.
Yeah, but even if they find it, I have this bad feeling that they're gonna find the whole city and then it'll be like an Indiana Jones moment where... Never mind.
One thing that you're gonna learn about every Nathan Drake adventure, from Shambhala to
Must have been some buried under centuries of dirt and rock.
Solomon's Desert Temple to even finding Sir Francis Drake's like lost colony, like that had
Yeah.
the City of Gold. Every hidden city that Nathan finds
Sam, up here.
I'm coming.
ends up destroyed forever.
Great, so we have so much to look forward to.
Yeah, such history.
So anyway,
no
wait,
one's home.
never mind.
Yeah. So yeah, basically we were
This
saying,
place has seen better days, huh?
oh come on!
Roof could use some work. Just hope it doesn't come down on our heads.
No talking during the cutscenes, K-Wing.
It's in-game dialogue. It's not a cutscene. Cutscene, you can know when they're gonna talk and you can clam up because the camera will pan.
Okay,
In-game stuff, you have no idea when they're gonna be chatty Cathys.
you're not psychic?
No.
Sam, this way.
Let's see, they'll probably talk
Well-
about moving a pillar.
Alright, so
Ah, yeah, that's not happening.
what you were saying about Batman, though, I
Nathan.
didn't even...
I think there's a way through here.
Never mind. I didn't even notice him killing that many
This way,
people.
Nathan.
It took a repeated viewing for me to notice it, like, more.
Rusty.
Yeah, I guess you're right. With the brand thing, it would mean that
All this crawling is a good workout for my quads.
he talked to Batman and gave him information. So that would be why they killed people in prison who had the brand thing.
Oh yeah, because, they betrayed the thief code or whatever. And it's not like they talked willingly.
Feels good to
Yeah.
stretch out again.
Yeah, you said it. Hey, there's a way out.
It's too high, even for a boost. Let's find something to stand on.
Okay, we can do that.
Yeah,
So,
it seems like Nathan is a little more stable than his brother. His brother's just like, ha 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 ha, treasure, and he's like,
reminds
dude.
me of like Gold Fever and stuff like that. But when we were
Yeah.
talking about Burns sounds like every other pirate, although it looks like he went kind of crazy and killed half his crew getting to Libertalia.
Yeah, that's insane.
Here we go.
I mean, this might even, I don't even know if this is Libertalia. I mean, it's a building in the middle of nowhere.
I don't know.
Business.
It's gotta be.
Holy shit.
Or it could be like a pirate
I
fort.
think I don't want to see this.
And it's another lost city.
Interesting.
What do you see?
No houses. Wide street. Clearly a commercial district of some kind.
Yes, thank you for that, Nathan. Come on. What do you see?
You just want to hear me say it, don't you?
Really want to hear you say it.
All right. Libertalia.
Libertalia! The long-lost legendary pirate utopia discovered after 300 years by one Samuel Drake. And his younger, slightly less charming brother who happened to be tagging along for the ride. You know, I always knew you'd make something of yourself one day.
Yeah, just so you know, it's not my first lost city.
You should just enjoy the moment.
Yeah, well, Reef's people come behind you.
Yeah, and you guys have no camera either because you destroyed your phones.
So where you want to start?
How about that building right over there?
Oh, you mean the one with the massive guard tower?
Yeah.
You know, I thought this place would be bigger.
Works for me.
Shambhala was like this huge.
This looks like a tiny little town.
I'm
Also-
speechless.
On most towns, don't you have to pay taxes and stuff?
That's your idea of speechless?
Do they just...
What do you think it took them?
I mean, what would be the...
Years. Decades, even. How the hell did they keep it a secret all that time?
I would try now.
Never mind. What would be the difference?
This place, I mean, even without the treasure, this is quite the find.
Or just give up now. I would
Only
just give
Alcazar
up.
saw
They're
that.
gonna talk for a while, and then they'll
Can't
start
let us
exploring.
enjoy this, can you?
I'm enjoying it. But we have a goal here, remember?
Trust me, I know about the goal.
Fine, I just have a question. If pirates are trying to stay away from taxes, they start their own town. Don't you have to upkeep a town with taxes? How do they upkeep the town? It's like, maybe with the gold they found, they can upkeep it so no one has to pay
Have you?
taxes. I have no idea.
Cheers.
Yeah, cheers.
That is, well, that's kind of a nice view, but
What were they doing here?
What, we're calling this?
Yeah. I mean, you throw your lot in with these infamous outlaws. Then what?
You don't have to pay taxes?
You know, take a load off, find some refuge, enjoy a little grog. It's far worse fates.
I guess. Except you have to see Avery's statue every day.
yeah, that would be true, yeah.
Hey, you ever wonder, like, with different choices, how we might have ended up?
I mean, like you taking your magic show on the road?
No, that was an option. I was
It
good.
was not a viable option.
What? You know what? You're just jealous. You always were. No, but I mean, what would our lives have been like if we hadn't started by chasing these people who've been dead for hundreds of years? You think it would resemble more of a normal life?
Normal. You've got everybody gathered around the table for Thanksgiving, exchanging all the baby photos, something like that. No, thank you. Not for me. I like the hand we've been dealt.
Yeah, heard that before.
Come on, we're fortunate, man.
This is fortunate.
Yeah. I mean, of course, I've been locked up for the last 15 years, so it's all relative, I suppose.
All right, well, I'll give you that. This is much better than prison.
It's not saying much.
My mug's run dry.
Yeah, I was about to say, service here is lousy.
Yeah, it seems like Nate and Sam want different things in their life.
This is a good stopping point. Anyway, guys and gals, thanks so much for taking the time to watch another episode of Uncharted. We hope you had a lot of fun. We did too. In the comment section below, tell us your favorite part of this episode, and we'll see you next time. God bless and happy gaming.
See ya!